Tony gave us a tour of the shop, and even though he characterizes his shop as having equipment that's similar to many other shops, what he does bring to this shop in particular is a great deal of knowledge in his skill sets. Okay, let's begin with the block, Tony. I know that this started out, it was basically a 4-liter engine. You got a core.
Yeah, we got a 4-liter Jeep core, and then there's, as you well know, Moses, there's many ways to go on how to achieve the 4.6 liter deal. We went with the later model 258 for what they consider a 4.2 liter crankshaft. The biggest difference between these, of course, you will know, Moses, is the crank snout. And this particular gentleman has a V-belt set up, and these later model 4 counterweight crankshafts are serpentine. So, but there is this aftermarket spacer available that you just put the spacer on and it makes the V-belt deal work, and away you go. It's been ground, it's been balanced, it's ready to go in the engine. We took and completely stripped the block, cleaned it, brushed out all the oil galleys, magnafluxed to make sure it wasn't cracked, and then we took to the process of machining it. So we went ahead and bored it 30 over, and then mocked it up, checked it for deck, and then I only had to surface 9 thousandths off of this one, so it'll come out just real fine, about 8.7 to 1 on the compression. It has the Silverlight 229CHC piston in it. These are when in Silverlight the C stands for coated, which I really like the coating on the pistons nowadays. It allows you to run the clearance just a little tighter, they run cooler, way less friction, way better deal, and it doesn't cost that much more money. So this is a cast piston, which will work fine unless you're, for a rock crawler type deal with this gentleman is going to use it for. You don't need a forged piston. It's not going to run nitrous. It's not going to have a turbo or anything like that. So this will work. This guy won a long mileage, high torque motor. These pistons will work just great. This has the shorter AMC connecting rod in it, as opposed to the 4-liter rods are long. These are 258 rods, which are shorter. When you run the 4-liter piston with a short connecting rod, it makes up for the extra stroke, so the deck comes out right.
Okay, so using this connecting rod and this piston, and again emphasize, this piston is actually a 4-liter replacement piston?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And the rod is actually a 258 rod?
Correct.
So that combination actually gives you the right deck height for the piston?
Yes. Uh-huh.
And if I understood correctly, you said that you did need to deck the height of the block.
Right.
And that you did take 9 thousandths off, and I have heard that there can be up to a 10 thousandths inset of the piston in the hole.
Right.
And so you've literally compensated for that just in simply reconditioning the block,
yes,
doing what you normally would with block decking.
Yes.
So given all of that, you were able to use, again, the 4-liter piston. In this case, it is a coated piston.
Right.
But basically a replacement for a 4-liter engine. This would be used in the 4-liter. The connecting rods could be specifically 258 or 4.2 liter, but it could be from any year application then, because we were talking about the stroke length and the center-to-center measurements of the big and small end of the rod.
Right.
And you're using that with a 258 crankshaft or 4.2 liter.
Right.
So in that sense, if you had a block that had not been decked, we would expect that the piston would be setting in the hole about 10 thousandths of an inch.
Correct. Yep.
In other words, the piston would be below the block deck height, about that 10 thousandths of an inch. Tony has removed that issue in the process of decking or machining this block for true. Okay, with the combination that we just discussed, we ended up with 8.7 to 1 compression. And that was a 4-liter block with 258 rods. We had the 4-liter pistons and shaved 10 thousandths, in this case it was 9 thousandths, close enough, off the block deck to compensate for the piston deck height. That's one configuration. Here we have a separate configuration altogether, and Tony's going to explain this. This is using the 4-liter connecting rods.
This gentleman and actually this gentleman are friends, which is kind of interesting, but this has the same late model 258 crank in it, but this has the longer 4-liter rod.
So this one uses a different piston.
Correct.
In this case, you're using the 4-liter rod with a 258 crank in a 4-liter block.
Yes.
But these are not pistons that are OE replacement pistons.
Right.
These are actually a custom-made piston that has the pin in a location that gives it the right stroke and deck height of the piston.
It's custom in the fact that it never came from American Motors like that, but it's not custom in what like if you have to order them special, like from GE or Vinoli or any other custom manufacturer. This is actually a Keith Black forged piston that they make, what we consider off the shelf. You go to Summit or Jegs or anywhere or me and buy these pistons, they just have the right compression height for the longer run.
So basically this is brought on by the popularity of this engine
Absolutely.
configuration. It
Yep.
is so popular they're producing a piston to make that transition.
Yes.
Now what this means is that if, let's say I have a 99 Cherokee, which I do, and it has a 4-liter engine, and I have access to a 258 crankshaft, but I'd like to keep my original connecting rods
Right.
and the cylinder head, and
Right.
I'm really kind of not excited about the idea of the block deck height. In this particular case, then, I can just get this piston, and that's the transition.
Exactly.
correct?
That goes right in. We machine the blocks very similarly, and it bolts right together without any headache.
Now, where do you stand on block deck height with this, the piston?
This gentleman actually wanted the deck height a little lower, so this one has 20 thousandths deck on this one.
Okay, that was to bolster the compression.
Right,
You wanted to
exactly.
Bump that up.
Yep.
Okay, we're going to get into some of the issues that go around the decking of the block in terms of quench and things like
Sure.
that when we get to that point.